All right, looks like we are live. Doing a pet portrait today. This is Gunner, passed away recently. Um, a friend of my wife, this was her dog. I want to say they were together 13 years. And yeah, it's very, very sad. So, trying to do justice to make him look as close as I can to the picture that we have. All right, let me see. Just getting everything still set up here. Let's put some nice copyright free music on. I'll be right back. Gotta get a couple things. Just go to the page. Go to the page, you could get it. Alright, I will try. Okay. Gotta try and make sure that the cats don't come in here. Alright, let's see. Let me share this real quick. Sorry about that. Bear with me. Just gotta get things still set up. Share this, let everyone know what we're doing, that they can come watch, come join if they'd like. So we already started this portrait. I say I did it yesterday and day before on Twitch. Live streamed it on Twitch, and I don't think I have too much more to go. But in true me fashion, I am gonna be inconsistent and now finish it on YouTube. Alright, hold on. Looks like the title is incorrect. Let's change this. Right, hopefully that change took effect. I don't get to see right away. Alright, let's get some music. That was an ad? Don't give me an ad on music. Alright. So we're going to be trying to finish this up. This is all pencil work. This is Gunner. Beautiful dog that recently passed away. So fur babies are very important. They love unconditionally. So I know that his owner is missing very much. Let's see, I might need a more light out here. Alright, so if at any time the music gets too loud or you can't hear me, please let me know. I don't have playback, so I can't really hear myself. Alright, we get a couple more things and then we can start actually working on this piece. Alright. I need to get the picture up so I can see it. I have it up for y'all to see, but I can't see it. And that doesn't work. I can't draw if I can't see it. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's start off here. What's our plan of action? Get everything ready. This is all pencil, all graphite. Alright, so being that this dog is white, it kind of has its own challenges because you have to try and imply all these shadows without making it look like it's spots and stuff. So that's kind of one of the things we're working with, is trying to insinuate that they're shadows. He does have these incredible markings on his face that we're trying to also capture as best as possible.
You want to know why running on the treadmill?
No, not this commercial again.
Because it never has.
A commercial comes up so often, or ad as they call them. It finally did it update the it updated the title, looks like. If I go quiet, it's mainly because no one's here right now. So if you're watching it on playback, I am very sorry, but hopefully you'll enjoy the music. These are just a stream they have for a mixtape, they call it, for copyright free music. So hopefully I don't get muted for having copywritten music, you know? I know he's saying, how can you if it's not copyright? Well, it's happened before. That's why I'm saying it. I've made a video with copyright or music that I paid a site to be able to create the videos, and it had this song as an option. I uploaded the video, and the song got acclaimed by the group, I guess. I don't know. The people that do the music. But it was one of many songs, many different videos, so I just assumed maybe they changed their minds on that one or something. I don't know. At least I didn't get a strike. It was just, they just muted the channel, or muted that spot when it was on. So I'm gonna actually be doing these spots with eraser, but I'm trying to not put it too dark. So like, these are gonna be where all those markings are. So I'm not trying to not go over as much as possible, but in this particular case, if I do, as long as I don't go hard like this, it should be fine. Because this is pretty dark. I wouldn't want to erase that. One second. So what we have left would be to finish up the nose, at least the dark parts. I think we're pretty much good with this side. I need to finish the eye here. And we'll do some touch up on the rest of it, and then the bottom lip. So this is the main part that I'm kind of completely satisfied with, and may not change unless I accidentally go over and mess my stuff up again. I see where I messed up here. Hold on. Where's my eraser? Alright, so he's got, this goes out further. That does this. Does this. Which means this needs to go up higher. More like that, huh? So that's like that. And this needs to have a little peak. I put it too close. Have them too close to each other. There we go. That's a little better. And those are his two main spots on that lip. The rest is going to be almost indistinguishable. Some shading. So let's try to adjust this patch there. I think so. So we're going in with the bold. I was using, that was the 2 mechanical. I think it's supposed to replica the number 2 pencil from back in the school days. So we're mainly going to be getting in our darks, and I slowly build them up. I don't know why I always say we, but I always slowly build them up. I don't push hard. I'd rather do multiple layers. I like to smudge between layers sometimes to kind of give it a little bit smoother look, I feel. What was gonna end up happening though is my last 1 to 2 layers that I'm gonna do for the dark on the nose. I'm gonna not smooth them because I needed to have that texture. As long as I don't have a straight line that goes too far. You want that little bumpy texture look for the nose. Because that's kind of the texture of animals' noses. He's got a nice little. So again, we're just gonna darken, and then for those little pink marks, we're gonna go back through and erase what we need to. I'm trying to get a little bit of that, or at least similar, of that shape of that marking right now. So I'm not completely lost. When it comes time to do the erasing, I might not have to erase if I get this good enough though. Over about there. Got a little bit of break. Okay. Alright, let's try 4 bold. I think is darker. Let's see. Yeah. Just trying to get some of that shape peeking out. Erase that. I went a little too far with that one. You know, did this last night. This music's making me sleepy again. I'm gonna blend a little with our Q-tip. Take our kneadable and just pull just a little bit off of this lead off to kind of give that little shape he has here where it's just a little lighter brown. There we go. I'm gonna do my clean Q-tip so I don't mess up too much of this. I'm gonna blend that darker spot into it a little bit. I don't have such a hard line. We don't have to do too much on that because we're gonna again go through that eraser to make that actual thing happen. Go back with bold. I wouldn't think you need so much time and lead for a picture that consists mostly of white, but you do. You gotta put those shadows in. I didn't think that until I started actually drawing stuff like that. It's like it actually takes sometimes a little bit more time because you gotta be more careful not to. You have to shade, but you don't want to shade too hard or smear in the wrong place. Like if you glide your hand over, then you could mess up because they're trying to keep your values, I guess is what it is. Your values are having to be, they're so close to each other that one false step and you're like could mess up with something that should be whiter. So whiter, not whiter. I know what I'm saying. I'm talking. I can talk right. If you're just joining us, this is Gunner. Sweet boy that passed away very recently. He is adorable. Um, I was doing the first two videos of me doing the shading and everything was on Twitch the last couple of days, and I got people would jump in now and then. I don't get too many viewers on Twitch, but when I did, they would compliment of how beautiful he was, how adorable he was. Let's see. Trying to distinguish where on his left, so our right, this area right there, what is pink and what is actually reflection shine. I think I got it. So it would be confusing on black and white, so I might just take away the shine spot. We'll see how we come across how we can do that. I have to remind myself that there is to not be hard on yourself, because there's so much work and it can't be exact, you know. So I will give myself some leeway. But I hope his human mom can see resemblance in here, and it brings her some comfort. Just trying to get variations. The shading now, I'm using bold again. Bold pencil. I usually do everything in mechanical, but I decided last night for all these different values of gray, literally, to try and aid myself by using pencils that were made for drawing. But I prefer use mechanical pencils, but I did the majority of it with that. Now it's just shading time. So it's kind of like you're giving yourself a break, but at the same time giving yourself a headache, because I'm not used to it, you know. So it's all about the tools you use. And sometimes you just have to learn the tool. Sometimes you gotta relearn it. That kind of situated. We're gonna get this side approximately the same shade, so get it a little bit darker. I switched over to the 4B. Now I'm not using these specific for these specific things for like a particular reason. Just found one that's darker. I want one darker. It's not like I'm like I need my 4B. I literally could not find certain pencils yesterday when I was looking, so I just decided on B, 4B, and what's this other one? 2H. So we'll be using 2H. If I can remember what it does, we may be using it again. In fact, let me see. I'm going to try it on this area right now. This is 2H. Alright. Gives us a little bit more of a finer line, I guess. Let's stick with the 2H. I want to adjust the lip. How will I do that? That kind of all does pretty much all the same color. Let's do a bold. String bit at 750. Am I messing up my stream again? Is anybody watching right now? Okay, it's saying it's excellent. It's saying that my bit rates are too high though. I gotta figure out how to change that for. It's only YouTube that gives me that message about my bit rate being too high on live. I don't even know what it means. All right, sorry about that. Let's see. Where was I? All right. I was interrupted and I can't remember what I was doing. All right, so let's get a little. I think I was doing something totally different, but I'm gonna go back to this before I forget. Oh, I know, I was right there. I wasn't that far away. All right, so I'm gonna try and get. So see, it's not too dark here. The way the shadows cast, this is gonna be a lot darker. So let's get that in there. I'm gonna leave not the whole thing. We're gonna leave some of it. That faded color I got in there already. To give it a little bit of dimension. And then it's kind of light there, dark there, and then we got a little bit of shadow here. So if anyone watching ever thinks about having an artist do a portrait for you, whether it be pet portrait or people portrait, I hope that you watching this shows you why it's very important that you give your artist clear pictures. You can see the picture I have on there is very clear. The picture I'm using is what you should be seeing on your screen too. But if you send something that's a little blurry, we have to like literally look at each line and follow that line. So if we can't tell where one line ends and another line begins, it's really difficult. Some artists can pull it off sometimes. I don't think anyone can pull it off all the time though. Just a heads up tip if you plan on commissioning someone, especially if there's someone that's still new to it. You could end up running them off of trying to do this ever again. Because I've had some that were so blurry, like it looks like a good picture. You know, it's like, oh yeah, it's a nice picture, beautiful. Which is why people choose it. But then you end up, when you're going through there, you end up realizing you can't really tell where one line ends and another line begins. What was I saying again? Alright, you want to, yeah, when you actually get down, like, you can be looking at a family picture. This is such a great picture. Yeah, it probably is. But you have to look at it in terms of, will an artist be able to see what line does what when needed? And there are times that there are beautiful pictures that, I mean, look at the filters that exist on Instagram. I mean, they can make you pretty, but they also make you blurry. You know, that's all I'm talking about. Just kind of watch. I like how that lip's coming out now. just my recommendation as an artist, if you're going to have someone, the picture you see right there is perfect. You can see his details. The only issue I have is how do I do it, but that's my problem, you know. That's the artist that has to deal with how do I create that. And that's part of the learning process. You're not born with it. You have to figure things out, you know. Make this a little bit darker. It's starting to fade off from my hand passing over it so often. Alright. See, now I know after I started here on the picture, there is a little bit of a separation where this goes up and this comes out, and then you can see the back behind there. But is it worth me erasing that one little tiny triangle? I don't think so, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see if it's too bad. If I start to damage it by doing this, then I'll just go back and put it back. Might be able to do it. But see, that's how clear this picture was. I just didn't see it when I first started until I started zooming in. But even those little things are things that we have to look at, and that might work. Yeah, just that little thing right there. I don't know if it made much of a difference from what you're seeing, but if you can even see the difference of what I just did, is what I meant. Be kind to your artist. We gotta put up with a lot of stuff even outside. So like, even at this point, this stage, I've gone all the way to completed with a drawing. And as I'm trying to either possibly frame it or you know, just basically prepping it to get it sent out, have had something as simple as the pencil without the point up, or with the point up is even worse, falling onto the drawing and just changing everything by, in that it say if the point fell off my hand right now, it could make a hard mark where I don't need a mark at all. And especially when you're done, you just basically gotta start back over, because there's no erasing some of those. It's tough.
It's a tough job, but somebody's gotta do it.
And I'm gonna give that one a little bit more bold, bold on here, just to get it darker quicker. And then we're gonna do our smudge there. So yeah, like when my wife had asked me to do this drawing, she, even though she is aware of how long it takes me to do some work, she didn't even realize. She's like, "Oh, it shouldn't take you long, right?" I'm like, she's like, "Cause it's white." I'm like, no, that defeats the purpose. It's counterintuitive, I guess, is what you see. You still gotta do a lot to put the shadows in, but not make it look like spots, not make it look too dark. And it's a back and forth game. So, and if you are someone who's thinking about doing art or doing art, hopefully seeing another person having the struggles helps you realize that you are not alone. Okay. Did I do all that off camera, or is it still there? Okay, it's still there. So I just put a little bit of shading in. Now I'm going to go through with my Q-tip that's already dirty. And by dirty, I mean it has graphite already pulled off on it. Not that I put actual dirt on there. And that's just gonna, want to kind of fade it just ever so slightly. And this, I'm going to need to do that same color a little there. Let it fade out into what it already exists. So let's do that again. I think I said I was using 4 bold, and I think that was actually 2H. Oh my jeez. Oh my jeez. This is 4 bold. Let's see what happens. Just want to give it just a little taste, I guess would be the word you could say. Because I'm going to be smearing it, I don't need it to be taking up the whole thing. Just want it in areas. But I also don't need it to be pushed in hard either. Did I mess up? No. Okay, there we go. Let's try to find where I was at on the picture. I'm just kind of letting it blend, fade. We don't want that hard line over there. We're going to let it graduate from that darkness to light. I'm going to use a little cotton pad here. Gotta rub it in a little bit more. And that's going to help it fade a little better. Alright. Problem is, gotta go back over now. A couple little things, but it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let's take our, we'll do 2H. Just to kind of blend that a little. And we don't need to smudge this now. I'm just going to blend that just to let it fade off into where the face is right there. And give a little bit of blending between these two. It's a little lighter than it should be. Okay. Like that. Now, I'm going to take these areas, and I don't need to do much because it's still, if you look under in that area on the picture, you can see the white, but it's not as bright as say up here, right? So I don't want it to be the same, but I do want it a little bit, just a little bit more than that, so more than what it is. So I'm going to take Kneadable, I'm going to position it approximately like a little bit of a, just make a shape of whatever size you're trying to get. Alright. And we're just going to tap just a little. May not even show up on camera, it's so slight of a change that I'm doing here. There we go. And then I need to fade this just a little bit. And we're going to use my, where are you? I'm going to use my makeup blender when I put my makeup on. For those of you who don't know me, I was joking. Okay, we're just going to do a little bit just to kind of give it what they call a tinting. Just putting a little very thin layer of graphite so it's not that completely white. Alright. Just gonna smooth it a little bit. There we go. Alright. We are done with the lip. It's actually not completely done with it, but we're done with the majority of the lip. We're going to need to do the fur up here. Get some brighter white spots up there. And that's going to be some back and forth. Let's see what we do with our kneadable here. Now the kneadable's job is usually to do what I did down there, which is just tap things out, but you can use it to slide. So see, in this picture, it's such a great picture. You can actually see all the little fur highlights. You don't need to worry about that when you're drawing. That's what some people start. I did it, I do it, I have to remind myself. So I know some other people do it. You start getting worried and overwhelmed when you see all those little details. You just need to put indications. That's all you need to worry about. As long as overall, when you're looking back at it, it resembles what you're trying to make it resemble, then you should be good. Alright, so it looks like my soundtrack that has been trying to put me to sleep is over, which was an hour and 11 minutes. And it looks like no one is watching, but that's alright. Oh, somebody just came on and then left. Alright, well, that's nice. Looks like we've had some people come in and out. So I guess I'll continue. I was going to say I'll switch over to Twitch for a while, or maybe Facebook. We can continue just for a little bit longer. Just in case someone decides they want to jump in and chat. Because, you know, I like to chat. It helps me not to fall asleep, honestly. It's kind of nice to actually have somebody to talk to. There we go. I need to put that darker. I'm going to take... So this one right here is my favorite pencil at the moment. 0.5 millimeter. Alright, actually, I probably should take a little bit of a break. Get some stuff adjusted and then decide if I want to come back here or do Twitch. I'm at the point where it constantly feels like there's not much left, but it still takes hours to get done. So this will probably be another 2-3 hours maybe. I don't know. But let me take a little break and then we'll come back. If you have subscribed and hit the bell notifications on here, if I come back on YouTube, you will be notified and you will be able to join the fun. If you want to follow us on Twitch, our name is... We are... why we? I keep saying we. www.twitch.tv or twitch.tv/New Chapter Art is also where we go to do this. It allows me to play more of my music that I listen to while streaming. It won't play it back if it's taken or if it's claimed by the record company or whatever. It won't do it on playback. It'll mute it. YouTube and Facebook, I don't think, definitely Facebook won't. If it's too many claims, they will kick you off while you're in the middle of doing it. So, in the middle of your stream, that's not nice. I'm in the stream, you know. So, So that's why I'm saying I might end up going to Twitch with it, but I don't know. We'll see. Just bear with me. Oh no. All right, y'all. Take care.